Yo, 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 yo. We got Eddie Hearn giving his brutal advice to Ryan Garcia. He also elaborates on his thoughts for Gervonta Tank Davis and Lomachenko potential fight.
Hold up.
But before we get to it, though, this is the universal favorite to fight fans from all nations. Thank you for tuning in to VIC SZN Sports, the number one source for combat news and creations.
Toma, huepa, chacho, pa que sepa, puñeta.
Glory to the victorious, though. Let's get right to it.
Questions for you now. I'll let you go, Eddie. I appreciate you. Tank Loma, rumored to be a potential fight that could happen in the near future. What do you think of that fight?
I think it's a good fight. I think Gervonta Davis is extremely exciting, but he loses a lot of rounds. He lost rounds to Frank Martin, he lost rounds to Pitbull Cruz, he lost rounds to Ryan Garcia, and I think he'll lose rounds to Lomachenko. I do think that Lomachenko may be a little bit too war-torn now to survive 12 rounds with Gervonta, but it's a competitive fight. Loma's got a great boxing brain, and like I said, I think Tank will lose rounds to Lomachenko. It's just a case of if he can get hold of him before the closing stretch. I think he would, but yeah, I think it's a solid fight.
Yeah. Do you think Loma can actually pull it out in that fight, or do you think it's
I mean, if
maybe
like I said,
prime?
he's going to win rounds. There's probably after 6 rounds he's going to be ahead. Maybe after 10 rounds he's going to be ahead. So I think if the fight went the distance, I would favour Lomachenko in that fight. I just don't think it does.
There you go. Last question for you, Eddie. Ryan Garcia recently banned by the WBC for his use of some disparaging commentary. What do you think about that?
Yeah, look, everybody's seen it all unfold, haven't they, before their eyes. So my opinion doesn't really matter. I like Ryan Garcia. I think he's got a good heart, but clearly he's going through some very tough times at the moment. He's making a lot of mistakes. It looks like people around him are trying to help, although you hear other people are trying to make exhibitions and all sorts. Like, the kid needs help, and it's not something that can be solved via a training camp. So hopefully he can get the help that he needs. He can get back to himself and the behaviour that we expect from Ryan Garcia. And he's a great fighter. And the quicker that he can come off social media and get himself some actual help, the better.
There you go. Well, Eddie, thank you for your time. We look forward to a great card this weekend in Philadelphia. Jerome Boots Ennis versus David Avanesian. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Fight Hype, we out.
Yeah, shout out to Fight Hype for this jaunt, man. Listen, where's this?
2 questions for you now.
So check this out. This is what I think about the first topic with Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lomachenko, bro. This is why Eddie Hearn does what he do. I 100% agree. If it does go to decision, obviously we could see Loma winning that, because like in all of his fights, all the Tank Davis fights, he gives up majority of the beginning rounds, and he does start picking up in the later rounds. But I think the gas tank that comes with Lomachenko, the ring IQ, I believe he'll be able to still keep that momentum throughout the rest of the fight if Gervonta Tank Davis can't execute a knockout, right? But like I said, and like Eddie said, it's more than likely that Tank is gonna find that chin, you know what I'm saying, and take him out. Plus, Loma's going towards the end of his career. I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna say that he don't belong in there with him. I just think it would have been a much more competitive fight if this fight was to take place in his earlier years, or not even earlier years, but at least 3-4 years back when we had a more younger, would say, Lomachenko, right? So my prediction for that would be Gervonta Tank Davis by knockout, eighth round. You know what I'm saying? It don't change. Every fight is almost gonna be the 8th round. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, moving on to the Ryan Garcia situation, and I kind of stand on the same thing Eddie Hearn said too, man. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I feel bad, because I can't feel sympathy for that type of act. But what I will say is, he needs help. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to feel bad for anyone that's not seeking help. At least if you seek help, you'll be like, okay, he's trying. But if you're not trying, then you're not leaving nobody room to really count on your improvement. So, even though there's some excitement that comes with his comeback to the ring, his return, but is that really what's best for him at the moment? That's the real question right now. And according to what he said, you know, will coming back right now, you know, still bring damage to his career and his personal life? Because, you know, it's still super early. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta just stay away for a while, and obviously he's not doing that. So I'm excited to see his return, and this just me as a boxing fan. I'm not getting into the racism stuff, but as a boxing fan, I would like to see him return because there's still a lot of great fights to be made with him involved. However, at this time, you know, I think I would appreciate more a recovery story. You know what I'm saying? Like a story of him. He don't post nothing. Don't post nothing for nobody, and just document. Make a documentary of your recovery, and then you release it when it's time to come out and say, yeah, man, I had to get this, I had to get that, I had issues. Then show some good things you did for certain communities that you know affected during the process of you doing this rant. So that's just my personal take. But outside of that,
hold up.
This is the universal favorite to fight fans from all nations. Thank you for tuning in to VIC SZN Sports, the #1 source for combat news and creations. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bell so you can be notified for each joint that I drop. You already know what's up.
Toma, huepa, chacho, pa' que sepa, puñeta.
And we out, baby.